Hello, everyone. So I started adding sounds to the game, and I added an attack sound and damage sound, but I have not added a death sound. So I'm gonna try to add one of those today. I found a sound effect that is under the Creative Commons, but I'm gonna have to edit it a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Hopefully, it's not too loud for you guys. Try to turn it down a little bit. Um, oh, So there's that weird part at the end, which kind of sounds like it's gurgling. So I'm gonna, right off the bat, I'm gonna take that out. This is Audacity that I have up that I'm doing the editing in. So I think that's a little too long. So what about from about here? I think I'm gonna go with that. So I'm gonna hack off this front part, cut. Let's see what we got. I think that is good enough. So let's go ahead and export this. I'm going to export it as wave. And I'm going to say this is called death. No, I'm not going to say the project. All right. So now let's go ahead and update the audio manager because right now the index is assuming skills, and then I'm just using 0 for the damage. But I think what I want to do is add a separate set of play options for death. And then what I can do then is I can pass like probably like a monster ID or something. Maybe a class ID, because technically monsters have classes. And I can just have some of those monster classes be can have monster classes be the same as like the monster race or something potentially. I will worry about that later though. So let's change this to add skill sound and play skill. Skill sounds. I'm making another one that's called death sounds. Skill sounds. I also need to set up a free for sounds. I'm just going to copy these. Skill death. All right, that'll give us death sounds and here. All right, death sound. I might just have it be like a separate ID entirely, like death sounds, and just assign that. Because the other thing I could do is I could use death sounds for like projectiles. So like if you throw a fireball and then it hits the target, technically how I would handle that collision is that um, that would be like its death, like a death animation and death sound. So then at that point I can reuse this for like projectiles that like explode or something like that. I suppose technically I could use it if there was like an arrow or something and just have like a some kind of collision sound effect. But that's not a right now problem. That is a later problem. All right, so add skill sound, add death sound. Cleaning up like I'm supposed to. All right, that all looks good. So if I build, is it going to yell at me? Should yell at me every spot that I'm using. Yep, here we go. Right. So skill. Interesting. Oh, it's just a note. That's fine. There should be more than that, however. All right, let me look at the combat manager because that should be the other spot. There we go. Now it realizes that something happened. All right, so main attack, F key, spawn. All right, so now then over here, let's see. So if health is less than current health, currently I'm just always playing the damage. Um, Let me think about this because I don't want to play the death sound and I'll just check it. All right, so the new one is all right. So if it is basically not 0, it's not 0, then place all otherwise play death 0. That's thinking about working. I will fire up the server. There's a cube. All right, I'll just let it attack me until I die, and we'll see what happens. We got a bug. All right, let me. Okay, well. Oh, health points is it's a float, so that's why that's not working. Let me. I think I have a compare that I wrote somewhere floating around that takes into account machine epsilon. So let me look for that. I think I called it almost equal. Yeah, almost equal. Okay, so manager here, we'll say if the points is almost equal 0. All right, there we go. I was just missing a header as well. All right. All right, so if health points is almost 0, so let me flip this around then. It's almost 0, then play death, otherwise play skill 0. All right, let's see how that goes. Strange. Not entirely sure what just happened there, but orientation was completely messed up. Sounds working again. Oh, chunk is 0. All right. So what that probably means is that did not get copied to the build folder. So let me make sure that I actually put it out there. All right, so death is there. It did not make it. All right, rebuild project. Shouldn't have to do that, but I think what happened was is it skipped that part of the CMake file. So it didn't actually copy the wave files out to my build folder. Glad it failed gracefully and didn't just cause a seg fault. That would have been much worse. And still didn't copy. All right. Well, let's copy that guy manually. We got a couple health, so depending on how quickly this thing spawns. We did it. All right. I think I'm gonna call it a session at that. So see ya, everyone.